Good day, fellow riders. TechSpec Dean here with an applications video for TechSpec's Gripster tank grip extension for the Kawasaki Ninja 400 years 2017 to current. For the process we're going to start off with, we need to first create some alignment points. That will help us identify where the part goes when we go to glue it down. So you first want to come in, bring the part in, line up what I call the nose, right, with this radius here, this radius line. Line right up on there, just drag it right in, and then you'll feel it drop into place. Take notice, there's no gaps. It's a very tight seam all the way across the top here as well. This is where our small pieces of electrical tape come in. Just come right in here, lay it down. I always like to leave a small little hair line of the tank coming through. Helps me with the alignment. And then also come across the top up here. Same thing. Just line it right up, leave a little bit of the tank color coming through. Line up those lines right there. Setting it into place. And we're going to know that everything is ready to go. So next step is actually putting the adhesive on the extension and bonding it to the tank. Applying the adhesive to the grip extension itself. Using the supplied adhesive, you're going to need to locate 4 penny-sized dots and 2 dime-sized dots of adhesive at the locations shown. The adhesive dots need to be roughly 1/8 of an inch to 3/16 thick, or right around 3 to 4 millimeters thick. We are now ready to glue this extension on. Make sure, I've said before, must say it again, make sure all parts are nice, warm, clean, and dry. Minimum 70 degrees, better if closer to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 25 degrees Celsius. To glue this down, you will need 4 pieces of electrical tape at approximately 18 to 25 inches long, or 46 to 50 centimeters. Just bring it in, hover right above the tank, locate your nose up here and your lines, push it in, slowly drop it down. Wiggle the part a little, and you'll feel the adhesive squish down. Now, using our 4 pieces of electrical tape, we want to start off and strap one right across the center of the extension right here. Now, don't pull this super tight. Just pull it taut. And see that the electrical tape forms with the extension itself. If you pull it too tight, you take the risk of pulling it completely out of place after it sets up. Just pull it nice and taut, conform it around. I like to really push in on that edge right there, making sure the part's getting pulled into the tank. Second one will come around the bottom right here. Same thing, don't pull it super tight. See that the tape conforms with the extension piece itself. Just pull it a little taut. Now as the part sets up, we have our alignment right here. We can give it some identification, make sure it's not moving. And for overkill, we'll put one more piece right across the top up here. Just pull it taut. And the next piece goes on this nose piece over here. Walk yourself around the part. Nice tight seam right on the edge, around the entire part, no gaps. Everything feels stable. Allow 48 to 72 hours in 80 plus Fahrenheit temperature. Allow the adhesive time to set up. Don't rush it. And you're good to go. Okay, for the final stage of the process, we're going to bond the tank grips to the tank. We want to first start off, identify an alignment point. We're going to first do the bottom section here. You can see we've got really a pretty flat profile to work with. Our alignment point is going to be right up here in the very tip of the nose. We're going to bring this in. We're just going to barely cover the black. Come forward, just barely cover that nose. Now create yourself an anchor point. Going to expose about 2 inches of the adhesive. Do your best to keep your fingers off the edges. When you have to touch the part, try to touch it on the inside surface area, larger surface area. Alright, so just come on in here. Cover that top line. Just barely cover that front sharp nose. Bring it along the top right here. Everything looks covered, concentric around the edges. Down good. Remove about 1/3 more. Just come in here and just kind of brush it down with your thumb. Just barely covering that decal up there. That top edge. You can still see a little bit of the green decal. Shuffle that up. Just keep moving a little bit at a time. Just a little bit at a time. Graphic underneath. Again, brushing from inside out. And that one's good to go. Now let's go for the upper section. This is a little trickier than the bottom, as you have really only a flat profile right here. It's a little triangle, and then the tank bevels out. So this radius right here, where we go from the flat to chamfering or beveling out, we need to pay attention to, because when we're laying this down, we're going to want to pull the part back like this and then lay it in. And as you're laying down, you need to nibble up front here, making sure things stay parallel and you maintain the space between the two pads or between the two grips. Part will end up right here at the end, lining right up. Take notice, starting point. Radius comes right around here, mates with that. Take notice to the gap. So we want to maintain 1/8 of an inch to 3 millimeters of a gap along the bottom here, and allow the rest of the part to mold or fall into place. So let's expose a little bit of some adhesive, create an anchor point. Got about 3 millimeters there. Go ahead and anchor this down up here. Now the remainder of the part, we want to focus on this section here, peeling this back and maintaining the consistent spacing between the grips down here at this intersection. So the next section, I'm going to remove about another 1/3 of the back liner. And we're going to hold this back. We're going to focus on the bottom. Peel it back. And let's lay this bottom down. Get about where that 1/3 of the back liner is removed. Peel this back still. Now brush it in. Just work it slowly, a little bit at a time. Just continue to slowly brush it out with your thumb. And you're good to go.